What is up, YouTube? It's been a minute. So we finally got one of our four-wheelers. This is not my Rubicon. This is my girlfriend's Rancher. So we're gonna do a short review video on a 2022 Honda 420 Rancher. This model would be the FA5. FM is manual shift. This is the DCT automatic. So this is a 2022. Mine should be here in another week or two, and that will be a 2023 Rubicon. So this has the independent rear suspension on it, as you can see right there. Has really not got ridden very much. We're planning on doing that here very shortly, but this is the olive green. Supposedly the 23 models, instead of olive green, they're now going to be Forester green. So pretty much there's a bunch of videos out there. We'll go over some things, pretty much what all the other videos cover. So this is a Rancher 420. Comes with the front storage bin. I think it's like 7 liters or something like that. I can't remember. This is your radiator access area, plus it's where the dealership plugs in for their computer. Holds 3.9 gallons of fuel for the automatic model. Here's your 4-wheel drive indicator. This is the new reverse switch. Pretty much hold this and you can shift from first into reverse instead of having to go to neutral first. Like I said, everything else is pretty standard on this. When you get the IRS, this is a non-power steering model. If you want a power steering Rancher with the independent rear suspension, you have to get the FA6. Pretty standard. Little storage bin back there with your toolkit. Nothing special. You don't get a lot of storage in these, and even with the Rubicon, you get one other storage bin where that warning label's at. Pretty much, I do have to say I love these seats on these things. They're very comfortable. This is your ESP to auto. So if you have it in auto, it shifts for you. You can still control shift points if you want to with the up and down arrows. If it's in ESP, you control with the up and downs. The only other difference, and I'll cover when I get my Rubicon, is you have front headlight on the Rubicon, storage bin here, and instead of having your 4-wheel drive here, you have a high-low selector. You have 4-wheel drive up here. So pretty much turn it on. It says hello Honda. It's really nice. Your fuel gauge, you can press this button. It is pretty cool. Time, how many miles is on it? 5 miles. Trip, coolant, hours, and 95 miles till your next maintenance, which would be your first oil change and valve adjustment. So that's pretty much it. Starts right up. Do a little startup for you. So it is a nice little machine. I've always been a Honda fan. No, they do not go as fast as the 700 Grizzlies and the Can-Am Outlanders or Renegades. I mean, for me personally, I just like to go trail riding. For me, there's no need to go 70 miles an hour on certain trails, and if you are going 70 miles an hour on certain trails, you're dead. I always loved Hondas. I grew up riding Hondas. They're very reliable. Big fan of independent rear suspension on anything you get. That was something we discussed. I wanted the 520 Rubicon. She wanted a little bit of a smaller. Not that there's too much of a size difference. Get a little bit more ground clearance with the Rubicon. And like I said, you get a high-low selector. You have push-button four-wheel drive with locking diff, cigarette outlet, extra storage here, and you get a little bit more suspension travel and the third headlight. Other than that, they're pretty much the same unless you get the deluxe and you get the painted to match suspension parts, upgraded rims. These are Maxxis tires. So yeah, I think it's a pretty nice little machine. Like I said, Hondas are very, very reliable. I've always loved Hondas. I've had the old 4-track 300s, and I put them through hell, and they've always never let me sit. So the only complaint I really have, which is a common complaint, when it's cold and you run the automatic, it does shift a little hard, which is common with these. I wish the display screen could be a little bit bigger. That would be very nice. And the fuel tank I wish was a little bit bigger than 3.9 gallons. I'd like 5.5, but you know, these are some things. But I will say, seat-wise, comfortability, which I can't wait to sit on the Rubicon because I've heard wonderful things about them. Very comfortable. Ride's very nice. These are preloaded springs. See these little teeth here? You can change them. That's kind of neat. Bad thing is you have to get them the tool on a Honda. So, shocker there. This is going to remain pretty much stock. We have this black bore box that's going to go on my Rubicon. And then I have a winch, 3,500 pound Paddleland winch, and my winch mounts over there. That's going to go on my Rubicon. I will get a winch for this because we do plan on going down the Hatfield and McCoy trails this coming spring. So I'm pretty excited. It's been a waiting game for these. Hers was actually ordered after I ordered mine, and hers ended up coming first because Rancher's like the flagship of Honda, so they tend to produce more Ranchers. But the way it's sounding now, the 2023 Rubicons are starting to get out a little faster, so I'm hoping to have mine because it has been a little bit of a waiting game. But I'm happy she got hers. I'm a little jealous because I'm still waiting for mine. So I will do an initial review on my Rubicon as well. And then probably after 6 months I'll do a more in-depth review. But I've never ridden a machine with power steering. Like I said, this Rancher does not have power steering, but the Rubicons come standard with power steering. So I'm excited to kind of see how that is. And we're going to go ride on some harder trails in the next few months. So I'll be able to give a much more in-depth review. But from the little bit I did ride this machine, it is pretty neat. Like I said, I don't know what the top speed is. You hear all kinds of things. I'm going to probably assume around 50 to 55 for this one. The Rubicon's probably a little slower, even though it has a 520 on it. It's probably heavier, just my guess. But I didn't really buy these for speed demons. We just bought these to explore and have fun together and do something cool. So I am a big fan of these four-wheelers. I've always been a die-hard Honda guy. I mean, everyone has their own things they love. If you like speed, these are not for you. I mean, if you're buying a utility four-wheeler, I don't know why you would want speed. If you want speed, you can get a Raptor 700. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I missed anything. Headlights, high-low beams, key. That's how you do your little selector. This is all-around disc brakes. It has one disc brake on the back. I had the center section of plastics off just to see how it goes. It's another thing I always liked about Hondas, the simplicity of how they are to work on and everything like that. So yeah, I'll do a review on the Rubicon. I'll do a video on the explaining how I put the winch on, and we're gonna mount that black bore box on the back of mine because storage is not always easy on these four-wheelers. So yeah, aside from that, for everyone who's followed my channel, yeah, the Mustang's still not doing much. kind of been focused on these four-wheelers. Did get the boat water pump done, just never got a chance to make the video and upload it. This is pretty much, we put the distributor in and cleaned up most of the burnt shit after it lit on fire. So I don't know when I'm going to work on this. Kind of very excited to ride and kind of enjoy this stage of my life. I'll probably eventually do a video on the water pump, because we did do the water pump on my Johnson 88 Special for those of you who watch the boat videos I make. So trying to think if there's anything else about this four-wheeler. No, I mean, there's a lot of other videos out there on these. They're pretty cool. Like I said, I do like this new reverse switch. It's much more handier. If you ever rode Hondas, the park brake's still the same way. Starts up pretty easy. I do like the shift on the handlebars. I was always a very big foot manual shift guy, but these DCTs are supposed to be pretty good. So this is 2022 Honda Rancher 420, the FA5 model. So we'll bring you back when we get some miles on it, and we'll give another review on how the Rancher performed. We'll give a review on the Rubicon. Maybe we'll do a head-to-head review on, you know, which quad did better in which situation, because we'll be riding a variety of different things. Some AOAA, Hatfield and McCoy trails. Might try a Black Diamond trail, not the double Black Diamond trails, because they're not lifted, nor do I feel like lifting them. Just don't need to do that. So I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, comments, I'll do a better job of getting back to them. And I'm hoping in the next few days I'll be able to do a Rubicon video, because I've been missing the Rubicon. I really wanted to get it by now, so hopefully it'll be coming, because they originally canceled my order because I had ordered a 2022 Rubicon, and they canceled it and resubmitted it as a 23. So I will be getting a 2023 Rubicon, since Honda just unveiled their 23 model lineup. And like I said, the only thing that changed is they went from olive green to Forester green, I believe, and a price increase like everything else in the world. So my initial impressions, love this quad. I think it'll be perfect for her. And I have to say, like, these seats and the comfort of this is very cool. So I can't wait to see how the Rubicon is, because I've heard wonderful things about the comfort and rideability of a Rubicon. And yeah, so hopefully in the next couple days, or hopefully, fingers crossed, the longest, a week, I'll be doing a video on the Rubicon, and mine is red and black. So till next time, YouTube,